What's up, WWE Universe? This is your boy Nash here, and tonight I reveal my predictions for the co-branded pay-per-view known as Backlash, and it is presented by Hulu TV and Mattel's WWE Elite Collection action figures. And we would also like to send out a special thanks to Barnes Courtney for Champions, the official theme of WWE Backlash. It is off the album The Attractions of Youth. It is available now on iTunes and Spotify. Alright guys, we're going to kick things off with a tag team match that was announced last night on Monday Night Raw, as Braun Strowman, the Monster Among Men, will team up with the Dominator Lashley to take on the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Honestly, this is by far probably one of the most easiest no-brainers. Like, literally, Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley, because ever since Bobby Lashley came back to WWE the night after WrestleMania, Bobby Lashley has been on a huge roll. He's won a couple of his matches, and they were mostly tag team matches. So there's no doubt that Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley will come out on top. Alright guys, from there we move on to the United States Championship, as Jeff Hardy will defend his title against the Viper, Randy Orton. Now, earlier tonight on SmackDown Live, The Miz hosted Miz TV with his special guests Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, and Randy Orton said that he and Hardy were both cool. Because that's what Randy Orton is all about. He's all about respect, and as is Jeff Hardy. And Shelton Benjamin came out, and started talking, and that pretty much led to a tag team match between Orton and Hardy against Benjamin and Miz. Now, Benjamin and Miz lost the match, and it's just right when the referee was gonna raise Jeff Hardy's hand, Randy Orton just literally gave Jeff Hardy an RKO out of nowhere, telling him that he's coming after the United States Championship this Sunday at Backlash. Honestly, both these superstars are extremely good. They're both in the prime of their careers, and I mean, it's kind of hard to tell who wins. So I mean we'll see. We'll see what happens on Sunday. Alright guys, from there we move on to the WWE Championship, as the phenomenal AJ Styles will defend the title against Shinsuke Nakamura. And per orders of SmackDown GM Paige, as she saw with what happened on last Friday night, it will now be a no disqualification match. Honestly, I'm gonna have to give the advantage to AJ Styles, because AJ Styles wants to prove that Shinsuke Nakamura is a con artist. He's a coward, and I think this Sunday he's gonna prove it. But you can't really count out Shinsuke Nakamura, considering the fact that Nakamura has gotten into the head of AJ Styles. But but under no disqualification rules, anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. So we'll see. Alright, from there we move on to the Intercontinental Championship, as Seth Rollins will defend against The Miz, and this will be the last time, because The Miz is on SmackDown and Rollins is on Raw. Honestly, I really don't want to see both the US title and the IC title on SmackDown, because that would put Raw that would give Kurt Angle a bit of a situation, if you will. So honestly, I want Seth Rollins to win, so I'm going with Seth Rollins, especially because of the fact that he's had a huge trip, from one city to another, then here and there. And this Sunday is going to be the culmination of his journey as Intercontinental Champion. It started out at WrestleMania, then in South Africa, then back in the States, then in Saudi Arabia, then in Montreal, and now it's going to culminate this Sunday in Newark, New Jersey. Honestly, again, I want Seth Rollins to win. Alright guys, from there, so we now move on to the Raw Women's Championship, as Nia Jax will defend her title against Alexa Bliss, who by the way claims that Nia Jax is a bully. Nia Jax thinks different. And the question on everybody's mind is, will Nia Jax prove Alexa Bliss wrong? Honestly, I think so. Because ever since Nia Jax became Raw Women's Champion, she's been on a huge roll, and I think Alexa Bliss has finally met her match. So we'll see. All right, guys. From there, we move on to a one-on-one match between Daniel Bryan and Big Cass. Now, Big Cass believes that Daniel Bryan is not a real WWE superstar, and he believes that a real WWE superstar is 7 feet tall, and whatnot. And Daniel Bryan this Sunday is going to prove Big Cass wrong. The reason why he wasn't on SmackDown Live earlier tonight was because of his chest. His chest was so red that the WWE medical staff didn't want his chest to be even more infected than it was now. So, but yeah, again, Daniel Bryan all the way. Alright guys, from there we move on to the SmackDown Women's Championship, as Carmella will defend her title against Charlotte Flair. This is probably by far one of the most strangest, this is probably by far one of the, again with Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley against Owens and Zayn, easiest no-brainer, Charlotte Flair, just because of the experience factor that Charlotte Flair has, but also because of the fact that she's won more championships than Carmella has matches. So yeah, definitely Charlotte Flair. Alright guys, from there we move on to another one-on-one match, as Roman Reigns will battle Samoa Joe. Now, over the last few weeks, Reigns and Joe have had a series of have had a war of words, I'll say it like that. And Samoa Joe believes that he's going to put the big dog to sleep. Will we see that? Who knows? Honestly, I'm going with Roman Reigns because I think he can prove Samoa Joe wrong, and I think Roman Reigns can pull it off, no doubt. Alright guys, that is it for the Backlash predictions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to post in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that post notification button for more WWE and Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And on that, this is your boy Nash here, signing out.